tell y'all where I heard this from, but I heard this from a good source, a real good source, that Tszyu actually turned down Terence Crawford and picked Keith Thurman. So after he called fighters today a bunch of punani's, I'm hearing from somebody close to that situation that Tszyu turned down Terence Crawford. So they were negotiating, and if you pay attention to that interview, that Fight Hype or whoever had it, where they asked him about Terence Crawford, they asked him about, negotiation. He said, well, about Crawford, he said he's a great fighter, and we was in negotiations, and then he paused and said, but I got offered Thurman. They said that he turned Bud down. They said he didn't want no problems with Bud. He turned that ass whooping down. So, I mean, and then I guess they came up with Keith Thurman. So, but can we really take his word on what happened with Erickson Lupin either? Because Erickson Lupin on Twitter talking about how, since Tszyu not fighting for the title, not the title not on the line, the title is not on the line. Why can't they just fight, make him champion in recess, and then he can spin the block? We know that ain't gonna happen. But yeah, check out the Box Room playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Now, they could have turned Bud down for a number of reasons. I'm trying to be logical here. They could have turned him down for financial reasons. Maybe they ain't like the finances going on, but apparently that was a fight. And I'm assuming here that they was going to target a March 30th date, and that you would have had a better show than Keith Thurman. So he tried to act like he don't know what happened in negotiations. Maybe his team is protecting him. But you can't get up there and call everybody else pussies. You know what I mean? You turn down Bud. Now, if you turn down Bud because the money was funny, then, hey, I can't knock it. You know what I'm saying? I can't knock it. But as a champion, you should be ready. Now, somebody was telling me, like, well, can't they order it? Well, then again, they could order it, but, if he was training 7 weeks for Erickson Lupin already, and that's who he thought he was going to fight, yeah, they're not going to order another mandatory. It don't work that way. Like, okay, I'm the super champion. No, they got to vote on all that type of stuff. It got to be enough time. So they're not going to make Bud the mandatory that fast. Now, if Bud had, but Bud was tied up with Earl Spence. In that situation, if he wasn't tied up in that, he probably could have just declared the super champion and just got the mandatory shot. But I don't think it was enough time for all that. I don't think it was enough time. So when they finally hit the deadline for the Spence rematch, I think it wasn't enough time to order the Tszyu fight. For the WBO, they got to vote on it and all that. Now, had Tszyu and him came to an agreement, then they probably would have called it a mandatory. That's just how they work. They probably would have called it a mandatory. So yeah, they probably would have just called it a mandatory. So, I mean, that is what it is. That is what it is. So they probably would have said, well, it's just a mandatory for now, and this, that, and the third, man. But yeah, man, if it was for anything, if it was for just for the sake of, I didn't think I could beat them, so I didn't want to fight them in my first defense, to me, you can't go out here calling fighters punani's and you turning down smoke and you ducking fades. I just don't think it worked that way. Like I said before, a lot of people be talking, especially on YouTube, a lot of people be talking shit and talking, but they be doing or they favorite fighters, or they be doing the exact thing they speaking against. Nah, man, you gotta stand on business. Whatever you believe in, you believe in. That's just how I look at it, man. And sometimes this, sometimes you can say, well, this is an exception, but too many times you get up there and say these fighters punani's and you duck the fade. And maybe it was a different date. Maybe he didn't like the date. Maybe he didn't like the money. But it was told for me, I'd say somebody that's in the trenches on that, very close to these dudes, he said that simply that he didn't want it. He said he turned him down. Al Heyman, at the end of the day, Al Heyman not a promoter. He only can, whatever. So we could have had a better fight. But, Keith Thurman is fine. It's moving in the right direction regardless. And You know, Sean Porter think Keith Thurman gonna win. I mean, I mean, he ain't got no activity. So, you know, I don't know, man. If he do win, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. You know, but in my humble opinion, just think about it. I had to do the film work. I like Tim. I like Tim in that fight, but I thought Tim would be a good fight. But I think he knew that Bud was gonna be too much. You know, even in his first attempt up 54, if he don't feel like he can get Bud right now, I don't think he ever think he gonna be able to get Bud. And then, you know, somebody told me, Ty told me that he heard that Danny Garcia was gonna fight Bud, and I asked about that, and they laughed. You know, they would say, I just keep it that way. They say they laughed about that shit. So I don't know what Bud gonna do next. Like I said, it ain't like he gonna fight Tim Tszyu next, because if he was to fight Tim Tszyu next and then still had to fight Canelo in September, is the word, this is not enough time unless Tim Tszyu make quick work. Unless Tim Tszyu make quick work, the old boy, Keith Thurman. So that's the only way I honestly can see that really going that way. That's the only way I really can see it going that way. So you think about it, they would have to fight like May-ish in the beginning of June, and then he got to turn around in June, July, September, you know, so that's less than, if you're going to fight Messi Independence Day weekend, I mean, shit, that's less than 3 months. So yeah, I think Bud going to probably maybe fight another opponent. Maybe he'll wait and just go straight into a Canelo fight and build it. I don't know what he going to do. I didn't get that far to ask. I didn't even think about asking. I'm at work. So I was at work when this came up. So I didn't even think that quick to ask. He gonna hit every pothole going there. I fucked my rim up driving down them bitches. He just hitting every pothole, not paying attention to what he doing. Shit is wild. Literally going down the line and hitting every pothole, bro. Every pothole. But yeah, they said Tim's turned the fade down. So my boy Timmy turned that fade down to a welterweight. So his team was like, nah. And maybe he felt like also, I think Lubin a southpaw too. So I mean, maybe he felt like he was, you know, if I'm training for Lubin for 7 weeks, I'm just trying to think, trying to give assumptions, trying to cover all bases. So maybe if he like, well, I'm training for Lubin for 7 weeks, you know what I'm saying? You know, Bud is too much of a style change. Shit, fuck it, Bud and Lubin. Shit, for the right to fight Tim Tszyu, put some money in my nigga Lubin pocket, bro. Yeah, Bud and Lubin, fuck it. Shit, Bud and Lubin for the dub. Yup, I'm going straight too, sis. Boy, these drivers out here, I'm going straight too. She's probably like, God damn it, fuck. But yeah, maybe Bud and Lubin, shit, you ain't getting no world title, we get some bread out of it. But you ain't stripping no Tim Tszyu. They ain't gonna make him champion in recess. So Tszyu claimed that Lubin, he claimed that Lubin priced himself out. So that's what they say. That Lubin priced himself out. So exactly came out of Tim Tszyu mouth. So and here's what it is. But apparently Tim Tszyu may not be 100% honest in the situation. But we'll get to the bottom of it. Somebody speak something out, but I don't think Bud is really somebody that's gonna like call somebody out like that. It'd probably be like Bo Mac, Bernie might come out and say something that the boy didn't want it. The boy didn't want it. So, and you know, if that Spence situation got situated a little bit faster, you know, then I think that maybe there would have been enough time coming out the Spence fight. It would have been enough time to go ahead and then, you know, had the WBO order that shit. So, but for now, Terence said he got 2 fights left. That's what he said. He said he got 2 fights left. So, you know, if his Danny Garcia or whoever it is, best of luck. Best of luck. Best of luck. But apparently Tszyu probably didn't feel that he was ready. And maybe like, I'm training for 7 weeks, I'm gonna go. But if y'all negotiating, you know, what you negotiate for play? That's probably what happened. They negotiating, and you know, he probably didn't get what he wanted in negotiation. So they put like, well, we got Thurman. He said, give him to me, mate. And that's probably how that played, for sure. That's exactly how that played, in my opinion. But man, it is what it is, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live, we drop video financially. If you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJGood313, Venmo, CJGood313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.